and welcome to Greifenhorst. Last time we spent some time trying to find crying obsidian, and I ventured all the way out to that tower out there, that abandoned lighthouse. We found some points of interest on the way, but aside from a bunch of books and some various treasure type items, I did not find any ruined portals, therefore no crying obsidian, and I'm no closer to enchanting than I was before. So, I will finish putting away some of the goodies that we found, and we'll take another run at it. This time, since we did find what appears to be ocean, then I'm hoping that we can find some flax seeds, because flax seeds are what allows me to produce string through farming instead of trying to hunt spiders all the time. So there's a lot to do still. Didn't quite get to where I wanted to be last time, so I'm kind of hoping that we get there this time. There is, of course, a little more to the story in that while we were at the lighthouse, I found a bunch of bookshelves, which was good. So now I have a bunch of books. Won't need to worry about producing those for a while. But as I was leaving, there was a very dragon-looking type of thing hanging around outside the lighthouse. I still almost called it library. And I panicked a little, right? I was worried that it was perhaps a dragon from the Ice and Fire mod, even though there shouldn't be anyone for kilometers from here. So I resorted to my basest human behavior. I fired first and asked questions later. It turned out that this was not a dragon from the Ice and Fire mod, and I still don't know what mod that creature was from, but we did eventually kill it, and now I feel bad. I feel bad. I feel bad because I don't know if that thing was hostile or not. It probably would have been, but I don't know. But more importantly, this mod pack is actually full of all sorts of magical creatures and stuff, and not all of them are immediately hostile, and many of them are potential mounts. And that thing flew, so having a flying mount would have been, pretty awesome. And I won't know now because it's too late. So life is full of regrets. That's certainly not one of the biggest ones in my life, but certainly, well, I was going to say it's the biggest one in the last week, but no. So anyway, so this time around we hope to I really do hope to get some crying obsidian. I'm sure you've experienced in your own worlds that these ruined nether portals are pretty frequent, so I'm confident that we'll hit one or more and get the crying obsidian we need. And of course, there is still a great deal of resources that I haven't encountered yet that I could potentially farm. So there's still almost all the different tree types. There's many different types of food and crafting crops. Of course, there's always little stashes of metals out there that we could find. And with that in mind, now that I have armor, now that I have a spell book and I can cast proper spells, I think it's time to revisit the Pagoda of Death, because I'm ready for a little payback, and because that place has been so lucrative in the past. So yeah, I want to take a shot at those guys. Now, the other thing about the Pagoda of Death, as I call it, is it's it's not actually bad looking. It's just that it dominates the skyline, and at some point, as we build our castle, that's supposed to dominate the skyline. So, my reason for going there, besides revenge and the immediate acquiring of treasure type stuff, is there's I want to tear it down, and there's a lot of interesting building blocks in this thing, so that's a lucrative supply of material. So it's got to come down, and while we're at it, let's go ahead and grab these oats, because they I believe they ought to be useful. It's late. I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm pretty sure there's nobody down here. Yeah, I can hear him up there, but nobody down here. This is the part we were able to clear out at great personal expense. Oh. Catch. Hey. So far, so good. Did I hear somebody out here? Anybody? I don't want to get snuck up on from behind, 'cause that sucks. Okay. Be careful. Be careful. Aha. That was quick. Okay. Next level cleared. What do we got? Yes, this is what I'm talking about, right? This is what I'm talking about. It's kind of dark in here. Ooh. Show yourself. That's not working. Oh, that works. Ugh. Well, this is awkward. Anyone else? Apparently, I hear him. Hello? Where is he? Oh. Uh-oh, I just blew my wad. Here. There we go. Now I'm out again. Oops. Hitting them with bone meal's not going to work. Man. Ow. Did he just cry? Or was that me? Hello? Is he dead? Is he gone? Okay. This house is clean. And dark. Whoa! Whoa! No need to carry everything back right this second. No, I'll wait. Use the stone one first. I have no use for arrows. It's kind of a nice feeling, actually. One less thing to have in the inventory, one less thing to have to worry about crafting. Though, you know, invariably, you get to a point where you have obsidian coming out of your ears, and arrows is the only real use you have for it. Now I don't even have that. So I will have obsidian coming in my ears, and my nose, and my eyes. I'll get over it. Sure is a pretty forest, especially when the sun's out. Hello. I forgot to switch back to magic missiles, so I just lit them up. When you cast a light spell on a creature, you essentially highlight them like with a fairy fire, so you can see them wherever they're at. Useful if they're invisible, not particularly useful in daylight like this, but yeah. Well, I guess it kind of is useful, right? I know he's under that block. Hey. Yeah. Oh, he had to get that last shot off. You jerk. Okay, and this is why he was stuck down there. There we go. Still don't think muckroot sounds very appetizing. Hey. So we can... dogs. These are not your typical Minecraft dogs from Polly's Pets. I think they need raw steak. So regular steak's not going to work for them. They want raw steak, I think. Yep. So, note to self, always carry around some raw steak. Pretty finicky eaters, if you ask me. I mean, I like a good steak, but, you know, I eat other stuff. Which reminds me, I don't know, last week, I had this crazy craving for peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I don't know why. I don't know how. And it's not even like something, you know, reminded me about. What is that? What? Oh, it's a rabbit. Oh, it's not a rabbit. It's... what? A marsupial mouse. Okay. And this is what I heard. A ferret. Anyhow, yes. Yeah, peanut butter and jelly. If you're American, you understand. It's just part of our culture. Maybe part of our DNA. And if you're from outside the U.S., I know that our fascination with peanut butter and jelly can be puzzling, especially since most people I've met that come from outside the U.S., they're not really that fond of peanut butter. My wife she was born and raised in Soviet Russia. She is not a fan of peanut butter at all. She's okay with peanuts, but not peanut butter. No, it just means more for me. Deep water doesn't go out though. So not the ocean. Oh, that looks like ocean. Or oceanic like. No, I think this is our gateway to ocean. I can get rid of those. And woohoo, we're going mobile. And everything's looking good so far. And something. Nope. Oh. That's another. That's like from the people who brought you the Pagoda of Death comes the fancier Pagoda of Death, and this is something too. This is from Ars Nouveau. This is a like a Wilden lair. Bunch of Wilden beasts in there. Why can't I not get off those boats? I'm moving like 0 miles an hour. I can still move the boat. How about this? Oh, okay. So, this big mound is full of brambles and sometimes water, and it just depends on which Wilden is in there, but there'll be a bunch of them in there, and this is kind of weird. I like it. A defensive wall. Oh, it's dark in there. Now it'll be less dark. Oh, these guys. I don't know what you call these guys except Wildens, but they live near the water. They're comfortable in the water, but those orange splotches on them, are not. They're basically spines and like a porcupine, except what they do is they do that. They fire them, kind of like a landmine. So they fire, and they don't fire spines right at you. They fire spines pretty much everywhere. So, it's kind of tricky dealing with these guys. You certainly don't want to get into. Oh, there's one right there. I forgot. Yeah, they set this up so you can't climb out easily. Luckily, I have 400 planks of wood available. So now, yeah. I think I got him. I got him. Okay. One down. This guy's gonna engage, huh? Hello. Oh, I think I got him too. That one was fast. Okay, stand up on this and can use some more light. I was standing on a chest. Okay. Okay, and these Ars Nouveau, the flax seeds. So that's one of the things I'm after today. Tomato seeds, also a big score. Some of these Ars Nouveau based encounters, structures, they have some pretty cool stuff. Pretty useful stuff. The guy's up there. Cock of the walk. There he goes. That'll learn him. And of course these that guy is still alive. Okay. These Wilden spines are very useful for a number of different purposes. I will need some of them for crafting new spells, and I will need some for making devices and all sorts of bits. I mean, that's the one thing about Ars Nouveau is that it brings a whole lot of new stuff to your world, but you know, most of the stuff is fairly useful, and most of it that is useful on a recurring basis, right? I mean, one of the things that drives me nuts about vanilla Minecraft are things like, say, well, besides the poisonous potato, which is absolutely useless, is like, for example, you know, you have how did he just increase the water level? How did he do that? Anyway, you have things that are like, they have one use or almost no uses. I mean, they keep introducing new blocks. You know, for years and years and years, you know, they introduced copper, and there was, you could make just a few different blocks from it, but you couldn't manufacture anything from it. And so people typically had tons and tons and tons of copper, because they also made it super easy to find. So, you know, they fixed it somewhat, right, with the tricky trials or whatever they're calling that in 1.21. So yeah, now there's a lot more you can do with copper. Yay. But I mean, that only happened after years. Is that everybody? I think so. What is that thing? There's another one. Okay, there's usually a chest toward the middle here, up high, like there, and there might be some more chests. Usually there's, I think there's like 3. I don't know. And I didn't plan on having all this wooden planks sitting in my inventory, but it's turning out pretty useful. Okay. Yes. See what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about. Not ready for rope yet. If you're not familiar with rope, there's a couple different mods that supply rope. Like in this mod pack, there's both supplementaries and Farmer's Delight, and in both cases, rope works a lot like scaffolding. You know, I'm just looking to see if there's another chest I missed here. I got that one. Rope works a lot like scaffolding, except that where scaffolding, you set down a piece of scaffolding and then you apply more scaffolding and it builds upward. Rope is the opposite. You apply a piece of rope onto something and then you apply more rope and it extends the rope downward. I mean, one of my problems with the rope is it's a lot easier to fall off a rope than it is to fall off a scaffolding. And maybe that's the crux of it, right? Because, you know, I got that fear of heights. Yeah. A wolf. Yeah, I got the fear of heights, and so, you know, and I know it's a game, it's not real, but, you know, fears are logical. So we'll just get back into our boat, and where is my boat? Oh, there is sugarcane. It's not a boat, though. Where is my boat? This is a lot of ice, too. I don't remember all this. Well, that explains it. I was gone so long, my boat froze under the ice. Oh, just get up. Thank you. Well, that'll learn me. Okay. So, beautiful afternoon. We're going to avoid... let's check it out. I don't get them there. I'm doing this against my better judgment, right? I just well, chalk it up to greed, because we got a lot of good stuff out of the first Pagoda of Death. And to be fair, this doesn't look like a pagoda at all, but I don't know what else to call it. So we'll take a shot at the next Pagoda of Death. I like these things. They have a tendency to be good, and this one is. What's going on over here? It's like circus wagons again? Hey, somebody's popping caps at me. Yeah. Yeah. Putz, where are you? Now where is he? Okay. Okay. Let's make sure we can put him on one side of me. There you go. Yeah. Okay. Were you alone? I don't hear anybody. Well, a crow. Yeah. I'm sorry. Messing up your afternoon. Okay. No. Great. Where's that bonehead? Where did he go? There's a wolf. Oh! You wear a crown. That's a little presumptuous, don't you think? Yeah, next time you need to work on those all-important communication skills. Okay. Yeah, this looks like the, I mean, we haven't gone to it yet, but it looks like the thing I saw through the spyglass over at, near Greifenhorst, right? I thought it was, like circus. Ah, hold on. Yep. Well, hey, buddy. You're free. And as you notice, I got my proper Greifenhorst villager, skins in place. So, hold it. It's a Numu. Are you going to hit me or something? No, he's a merchant. Okay. I don't have anything to trade. I mean, I got plenty to trade, but nothing he's interested in, so I don't want that. So, I'm debating, do I try that or not? I mean, you know, at this point, wow, I'm already halfway through the episode and haven't hardly done anything. Okay. Curses. Well, that's kinda, that kinda implies a level of difficulty and general badness I don't think I'm quite ready to take on. So, though it is dark enough, let's shelter here. And I'm just worried that if I try to take this tower on right now, that's all I'll do for the rest of the episode. Not necessarily a bad thing, but I really am trying to find some crying obsidian. But, you know, I'm opening up new lands here, seeing new stuff. That is the lighthouse. That, well, this thing right here is some type of teleportation tower. I haven't figured out how they work. They're interesting, too, in that there's no obvious door. So you gotta, like, tear part of it apart or build something gaudy on the outside to get up in there. And so Oh. Pillager Tower. And an interesting watchtower thing. That might be something worthwhile. Yeah, I see you. I see you. Now, in the case of those circus wagons, apparently pillagers hang out there, but it's not an an everlasting supply of them. So I killed them, and everything got quiet, and we're good. That's a pillager tower. So unless I go through and re-landscape the environment so they can't possibly spawn, they will keep spawning in perpetuity, which drives me nuts. And my that's some type of temple type thing, right? Like a I don't remember which mod those come from, but it's essentially a smaller version flax of like a jungle temple, except that it's made of spruce. And those are usually kind of complicated. I mean, you just go in guns blazing, but you're gonna get blown to bits, so you need to carefully go through those. So I will next time. But now I have all the flax seeds I need, and rice. That was awfully rice of them. And we have a shipwreck. So shipwrecks can be mighty useful. Because shipwrecks are interesting too, because they're a wreck, and not quite all wrecks are the same. Like this one's actually sticking up out of the water, which is how I even noticed it. So, and sometimes you get half a shipwreck and whatever, and they usually have 2 or 3 chests, and a couple of those chests are okay. And one of those chests, the one at the back of the ship usually, is more than okay, typically. So I'm kind of hoping for more than okay at this point. See, now this... Oh, score! Bamboo! I forgot bamboo. Okay, lots of stuff you can do with bamboo. Scaffolding is my favorite. In fact, I will use the scaffolding to I can't reach it. Use the scaffolding to replace the ladder in our central shaft back at Greifenhorst. So, and this is what I'm talking about. This is the good chest. So it needs no further introduction or explanation, I think. But shipwrecks are potentially useful. I mean, now I'm very much an opportunist. I mean, if you watch people online, there are people who go looking for shipwrecks and stuff. And I usually find that they're people who have like a background in hardcore or speedruns, right? Because they're looking for bang for their buck for the time they're in the game. And I get... Well, I mean, it is a cool looking ship, but I hate when they generate big ships or airships like that, because it doesn't go anywhere. It's static. I mean, I would love it if they could build a big ship like that and the big ship sailed. Then yeah, I'm all for it. But that thing's not going anywhere, and it is kind of fun to work through that thing. And sooner or later, so these I believe are hippocampi. They're perfectly peaceful. They're easy to tame with kelp, and I wonder if I could find some kelp around here. Yeah, and of course, then you got to leave them at the shore because they're not all that great on land. But yeah, anyhow, back to that ship. Gonna have to take it apart. I don't want that big eyesore. More sugar cane. Sugar cane's always good. Thank you. Now, unlike my new Londinium series, which almost without fail starts raining at the end of the episode. Rain is just kind of random in this one. So, here we go. Rain, rain, go away. So these are pickles. Well, they're not pickles. They're cucumbers. They can potentially be made into pickles. Cantaloupe. Not really fond of cantaloupe in real life. My family likes cantaloupe. I like watermelon, though I think I'm slightly allergic to it. But cantaloupe, I think cantaloupe itself, fresh cantaloupe. There's an Enderman, and it's raining. So one of the things I like to do is tease them. Hey, come get me. And he can't get me. He might get a hit in every once like there, but yeah, he can't get me. I'm surrounded by a shield of water, and he's gonna keep bouncing around, trying to get me. And best case scenario, at some point the water gets him, and I have a free ender pearl. And yeah, he wasn't harming anyone, you know. I provoked him, but let's face it, they're Endermen, and you know, anybody who's so touchy that if you just look at them, they're gonna kill you. Well, that guy's just bad news. Anyhow, cantaloupe. I'm not really that fond of cantaloupe. Fresh cantaloupe. I think it has kind of like a chemically medicine-y taste, right? Which is, I know it sounds bizarre, but and then if that's not bad enough, anything that isn't fresh cantaloupe but is supposed to be cantaloupe flavored, oh my god, that's even. I mean, I don't like cantaloupe, but I don't think it's disgusting. But the whatever, you know, like Jelly Bellies or something that are supposed to be cantaloupe flavored, those are disgusting. They don't taste like cantaloupe, and they don't, blah, blah, blah. That's just all I got to say about that. That's a pretty nice ravine. I'm not ready to go ravine diving yet. I mean, not really finding what I'm looking for either. But this is one of the new biomes. I forget what the biome's called. Something like Dreadful Woods, Sinister Woods, whatever. But it's full of these, which are dead trees, which have a gray colored wood. So we'll grab some of the wood. I'm hoping to get a sapling. So that, yep, got it. And umbran trees, which I'm actually much more fond of these guys because they have a really cool dark, yes, but deep purple wood. And they grow like weeds. I mean, if you go, this is probably the first umbran tree I've seen that was a single trunk, right? Most of them, well, until now, all of them were these trees with these 2x2 trunks. And these umbran trees, they produce a mess of wood. So not only is it, I don't like that. It's some type of creeper. That was some type of creeper. Yeah. So so these umbran trees are, you know, they got the beautiful purple wood, and they are a fantastic source of wood in general. So good. Oh, looky here. So this is a archwood tree. It's the red one, which is blazing archwood. I'm looking here to see if it has any of those archwood fruits on the side. It doesn't, but we will grab this tree because you know, that we eventually need all the different archwood trees. As I stated before, there are 5, right? We got the blue one already, and we've got one growing back at the Greifenhorst, but there's also a green one, a purple one, and a red one, and then Ars Elemental adds the yellow one. So let's grab this puppy. And if I'm not finding, if my primary mission is to find the crying obsidian, and I'm not finding the crying obsidian, then this is the next best thing, right? Is stuff I don't have already. One of the things I like about the archwood trees that spawn in the world naturally is they really integrate into the environment. You saw they had like wood that essentially simulated roots that go down into the surface of the ground. Oh, I hate these things. So I find that pretty cool. And I was actually kind of surprised to find an archwood tree in this forest. And speak of the devil. This is the other archwood tree. So this is a flourishing archwood tree. And I'm looking for fruits on this. It doesn't have any. And I didn't see any beasties or monsters. So let's grab this. So let me think. I got a red one, I got a green one, I got a blue one. So that just leaves purple and yellow, which is pretty cool. Very cool, actually. I also like the colors of these trees. I'm not LGBT, but I've always had an affinity for the colors of the rainbow, right? And I love color coding things and stuff like that. And one of the most striking things I've seen in Minecraft is if you're playing a world with Ars Nouveau installed, they have a whole biome which is kind of like a magical forest, and it's completely made up of these archwood trees, right? But you can see that the foliage, the red, the blue, the green, the purple, and if you have Ars Elemental, the yellow, it all jumbled together. It's a forest of almost only archwood trees. It reminds me of like looking at a bowl of Fruit Loops or Trix, if you're familiar with those cereals. But it's really, I think it's cool looking. I like walking in those forests. And if you happen to find those forests, again, it's something that comes from Ars Nouveau. And one of the things I like is they got cubs with them. I hope not. Anyway. One of the things I like about them is not only when they give you this mod and they say here's all this cool stuff you can do things with, they really did kind of go out of their way to give. Here's a purple one. Well, doggies, I think the only thing I'm missing now is yellow. Anyway, and this is after I told you archwood trees rarely grow in this biome, and I found every archwood tree almost. So. Don't listen to me. I'm an idiot. But I do like how Ars Nouveau gives you interesting places and structures and stuff automatically with the mod, right? I mean, like if you get the create mod, and I have it, right? It gives you all this great stuff, but you have to get other mods that integrate create into the world. Create will give you you can find zinc, but that's not the same thing. But here, you saw there's the Wilden lair full of Wildens. There's these archwood trees everywhere. There's that teleport tower. I don't know how to work. There's there's other stuff too. And so it's not just like here we gave you a bunch of new stuff, but we've also shaped your world to use this new stuff, right? It's like a part of it, and I find that cool. So there you go. course, you know, I'm not saying anything negative about the guys who create, because that is probably... Oh, I thought that was a Starbuncle, but it's... Oh, holy cow. Anyway, I think those guys have done a fantastic, stellar job, even, like I said, and that mod is what has helped draw me to and keep me in modded Minecraft. So I can't say enough good things about it, but yeah. Ow, ow. That's why I hate those things. No cub? Good, no cub. Ah. The edge of everything. Great. That's quite a deep drop, it looks like. Now there's a Starbuncle. That's why I brought along some gold nuggets. Hey, catch. Here, boy. Mm-hmm. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Whoop. Gotcha. Okay. And of course, that I just created a Starbuncle charm, which then we can use later to as part of our efforts to automate our base in the Ars Nouveau style. We will need help from a bunch of these little magical... Something shoot at me? No. Anyway, we'll need help from a bunch of these little magical guys, and this is how we collect them to make that happen. Also looking for the whirly sprigs and can't think of the other one at the top of my head, but the whirly sprigs are interesting. You've got to grow a tree near them, which is why I grabbed all that bone meal, because I'll take a sapling, I'll throw it down, hit it with some bone meal. So now this is our first waystone, which is literally out in the middle of nowhere. We will install that back at home, and that will be our quick way home from now on. Or from then on. It's not a quick way home right now, that's for sure. Normally, you find waystones. What is that? Scion weed. That must be doing something. I don't know what it is, though. Normally, you find waystones in things like villages or ruins or tunnels, dungeons, stuff like that. So, you know, you can kind of understand that at some point that might have been a reason to have a waystone there. It's pretty rare to find a waystone like that with like kind of tucked away, nothing near it, no indication that there's anything special there. It's like it was just dropped from orbit, and you know, wherever it landed, that's it. Like something like this. I mean, this is a well, but you would normally find a waystone in some type of little structure like that, but not this time. Not this time. Oh. Hey. How you doing? He doesn't seem to be hostile. So let me, with an open hand. Up. I mean you no harm. How are you? Can I interact with you? Yeah, I guess not. Oh, I guess so. Not in the way I want. I am so sorry. Farlanders are distant relations to Endermen. but they're not necessarily bad guys. As you saw, that guy didn't attack me. Oh, until I tried to interact with them, and I had my spell book, so I cast magic missile on him because I couldn't apparently do anything with my empty hand. I don't know what to do with that guy. Casting fireballs, though, that's rainbows. See, I told you I like rainbows. Okay. Yeah, it's a Kodak moment. Oh, I just can't get over how these worlds look with shaders. It's phenomenal, right? I mean, it completely changes the nature of the game, and then you have something like, you know, an immersive soundtrack like these birds. You know, so I betcha if somebody was to wire me up with what was that? Yeah, if somebody was to wire me up with a bunch of sensors right now, do a little study, I bet you they would find that my brainwave patterns and serotonin levels and all those other things would probably closely emulate what they would be doing if I was just strolling through a natural wooded environment like this, right? Birds singing, sun shining. Says something. And that's one of the reasons why I do this. Like I tell you, I play the game to relax, and this is a big element of that relaxation, right? Your brain, my brain, our brains have this really amazing ability to fool themselves. And what I'm saying here is, you know, like if you put a cat or a goldfish, I already got one of those, next to your computer monitor, they probably wouldn't pay hardly any attention to it. Couldn't care less, right? But you or I would have the ability to look at the monitor and see whatever's on it and abstract our train of thought to kind of accept whatever you've seen on the screen as an actual chain of events. Now, we know that it's just a TV show or a computer game. I mean, we know that. But, you know, when you're playing the game or watching the show, you kind of take that knowledge and set it aside, right? It's called suspension of belief. And now you just immerse yourself into this thing like it's really happening. And oh, I'm really close to this pillager tower, and I don't like being close to pillager towers. I don't like pillagers as a general rule. Anyway, so you really do think that you're there. I mean, temporarily. Oh, my. Well, he's in a sticky wicket. I don't mind, giving him a life-ectomy. Oh. I didn't mean to kill him that way, but that... Oh, hey. You want some? I got plenty more, pal. Yeah, hour yourself. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure I'm bad omened. Actually, I don't see the icon. Huh. Well, it doesn't matter, because I know I'm not headed back to a village anytime soon. I really don't want to deal with this tower. I certainly don't want to go down there. So I guess I killed him just out of spite. Okay, boys and girls, killing people out of spite is not cool. almost home. Running short of time, so unless there is a ruined nether portal really close to the base that I hadn't spotted before, I'd have to say that my primary mission objective was a wash. Didn't find any nether portals, but aside from that, all the secondary mission objectives, which is not the fallen holes, but to find useful tidbits, I'd say that was a pretty hearty success. So we got a waystone. We have every Archwood tree sapling now, except for the yellow one, which I don't remember the name of. We got a bunch of other goodies. I even got a starbuncle charm, so this is very cool. Very nice. Very, very nice. So, I'm on the fence about what to do next time. I really, before I go, see, the whole thing is before I go, what I want to do is I want to dig out that central shaft, and I want to put in a central staircase, and I want to start producing deep slate so that I can start building the layout on the surface. So that's what I want to do. Now, I can do that now, but I'd have to do it by hand, right? And if you're digging in deep slate is kind of tough to dig. So it would take a really long time. But if you've seen my new Londinium series, you know that using the enchantment infuser, I could quickly and readily make a diamond pickaxe that would be able to excavate massive amounts of stone in a very short time. So that would be a more useful and, I think, interesting way to go about it for me and for you. So that's really what I want, right? I mean, it'd be nice to like properly enchant my armor and stuff, but it's that pick I'm really after at the moment. And so if I could do that, then there's nothing holding me back from working on the castle. But the castle's what I want to do, but I gotta, I don't have to have that pick. I just prefer to have the pick. So I'm sitting on the fence. Next time around, I don't know whether I will attempt to go find crying obsidian again, or this is it, right? We'll just go with what we got and make the best of it. I mean, yeah, because I'm really jonesing to make the castle, right? So it is what it is, and I have a mess of stuff to process here, right? We have a lot of different saplings that I'm going to have rain for, and that's part of it too. Is as I start laying out the structure and surveying the site, we'll need to clear land and start growing some of these different types of trees. We need to expand our crops so that because what I have now is fine. It was good to get us started, but now we're at the point it's time to take it up a notch, right? Go to the next level of pre-industrialization. So anyhow, that's it. I got a bunch of archwood, which I don't necessarily have a direct use for, but when we get down there and start working with the deep slate, I will definitely need a lot of charcoal to basically smelt cobblestone and cobbled deep slate back into the original form, because we're going to use a lot of that for castle building. So there's no huge need for you to sit here and watch me create a bunch of cobblestone and bark, which I will probably compost. But I hope you enjoyed tagging along with me on this adventure, and it's a special time of year, so I hope you're spending time with your loved ones, and I hope that this finds you and them in good spirits, good health, and perhaps a touch of good fortune. Cheers.